I'll tell you a better truth of your education consultancy. Most of the education consultants are focusing on technical things, beautifying the technical aspects like creating SOPs, college selection tools, tech jazz, brochures, WhatsApp messages, and blah blah blah. The result? Your competitor education consultants are also relying on these technical things that I just mentioned: SOPs, college selection, blah blah blah, visa assistants, and all of that stuff. Because of that, you get in a price war with your competitors where if your competitor is charging, let's say, 10k, you can't charge 30k from your clients because you think that your clients wouldn't pay you that 30k, your students wouldn't pay you 30k because obviously your competitors are charging less. And you know what that leads to? In spite of you having 5 years experience, 10 years experience, 15 years experience, there's no money in the pocket. So I just want you to imagine a scenario, right? Imagine you're constructing a 4-story building and you only have the budget to either invest in the foundations of the building or make the best showy things for your building, those fancy interiors. Now, if you're constructing this building for yourself, which one of the two would you choose? Foundation, right? Because you want the building to withstand first and you can then invest on the interiors after some time, after 1 year, 2 years, when you have the budget. So in this video, to prevent you from charging less from your students because of the infinite value that you're providing to them, and to prevent you from getting in a price war with your competitors because you are relying on this tech stuff, in this video specifically, we'll be beautifying the foundations of your building. What I mean by that is that we'll be building the foundations of your education consultancy together so that you can charge high from your students without having much complexities in your business and without relying on the price war. In order to charge high for what you deserve and your services, valuable consultancy services, you need to first focus on building the foundations of your education consultancy. And the foundation of your education consultancy is the eagle's eye view of what you will be doing for the specific kind of students to get them the results they are looking for without eliminating any constraints that they may have at that point of time. So for that, we'll be building your business model canvas today, which is, I'm sure most of you haven't built it yet for your business, but it's the most foundational aspect of any consultancy business, where you are defining your set of audience and what you will be doing for them specifically, so that you are getting the students who pay you more because you are different from other consultants, and obviously they come up with the right expectations and just not put that much burden onto you. So as you can see in front of you, in front of the screen, this is the business model canvas that you have to develop for your business. Now, just for an example, I have built this business model if you are running a study abroad consultancy, but obviously we'll be running through the steps together to understand how you build it for yourself and how you implement it in your business to add a minimum of 4 lakhs in monthly revenue. Cool. So basically, as you can see, there are some aspects to this business model canvas about your passion, about your niche, about your unique value proposition or your value proposition, your MVP of delivering the solution, etc. Now, first, we come on to passion because our primary aspect here is to decide our niche. Now, if you haven't watched my other videos, I always say that you should not focus on serving everybody, but in order to charge high ticket, you should basically double down on a particular set of students that you have a passion on and you have the best results for, and that's whom you should be serving and charging high ticket from. Now, if we come to the passion part, so just figure out what your passion is, what you are passionate in the field, and in which industry do you enjoy working with students in general. So first, if you are running a study abroad consultancy, it can be that you are passionate in the healthcare field, so you have more knowledge about the MBBS field, right? Or simply the engineering field, you have like more more interest in the engineering field specifically, so that's what you can go for. Or it might be that uh, your passion can be students who to work with students who have a low GRE score or who have a low IELTS score, and to place them in good colleges so that even they can have a better future. So that can be a passion as well. Now, after passion, we actually come to the niche. So basically, as I said, you don't have to work with everybody at your education consultancy. You have to only work with people with whom you are an expert in that industry, and with whom you feel the confidence to charge high from them. In this case, the niche aspect. So as we discussed about your passion, basically I have a separate video figuring out the niche. So if you want to watch it, you can obviously watch it. But just for an example, in the niche aspect of things, if we select the passion as MBBS students, so this can be a niche. Students looking to pursue MBBS from USA and Canada specifically, but have a low GRE score. That's what you can help them with, right? Uh, now, now we have listed up our niche. Now we come to the most important aspects of building our business model canvas, or Kano model simply. So now we have to figure out the problems that your niche is facing, and basically what's their biggest challenge that they are facing. And after solving that challenge, after solving those 20% of things for them, you'll make their life 80% easier. The goal over here is to solve less number of things which have a larger impact on your clients or students' life. For example, if you help the students with a low GRE score get admissions in esteemed colleges, that will help them get a higher package. You are doing maybe 20% of the work, but it's making 80% of the impact in their life because they have a good college in spite of having a not so good GRE score. So in the problem aspect of things, you have to just write down the problems that your niche is facing. For example, with students who have a low GRE score, they don't know how to get admissions in the esteemed colleges if they still don't have that much of a good GRE score, but a moderate one. So that's one problem. Another can be your students don't have the knowledge to deal with visa formalities and getting a student visa, and dealing with that paperwork and all. That's what you can help them with. Now, these are just two problems. Now, you can list n number of problems that your student is facing right now and try to solve them. Try to solve 80% of those problems with the 20% of work, which we'll be mentioning in the value proposition and your MVP. Now, another example of problem can be that students don't have the knowledge to get admissions within their financial constraints, because obviously every family has some financial constraints when they're sending their children to studying abroad, and that's what you can help them with, to select the best college for them within the correct finances. Now, once we have listed down all the problems that your ideal client or ideal student is facing, now we come to the unique value proposition. Just to explain it, unique value proposition is, in simple terms, you have to make your client aware, make your student aware that you are different from other education consultants, and by listing your entire process, your must-haves, performance benefit, and delighters as well. Now, just to give you an idea of the must-haves, performance benefit, and delighter, must-haves basically mean what all things all your competitors are doing. So if 10 of your competitors are giving some things to your clients or to your students, obviously you'll also have to give them those 10 things, those 10 set of things, so that you are not lagging behind. Performance benefit, now you have to list down the things what you can do for your client or for your student to get them the result in a faster, efficient, or a cheaper way. How you can get these three things for your student. And delighter is something where basically you list down things that your 10 other competitors aren't doing, but you can include them in your unique value proposition which will actually help the students get the results more efficiently, cheaply, or in a faster pace. Now, if we come to must-haves, again, this is just a example. If you have a study abroad consultancy, must-haves, almost all study abroad consultants arrange the visas for their students, or basically they help them selecting the college that's best for the students in the country that they should take this college in. And then most of the education consultants also give WhatsApp support to their students, so if they have any query they can connect with them through WhatsApp or even a phone call. So you can put that as well over here. Now let's come to performance benefits. As I mentioned, how you'll help your students achieve the results at a faster pace, cheaply, or efficiently. So basically, your USP can be that you would get faster results for your students as compared to other consultants in the market, or it can be that basically you can provide them some consulting on managing their stays and coping up with the university curriculum that they have taken an admission in to improve efficiency of the students when they actually get the admissions in whatever college that they are aiming to. Then we come to delighters. What are some things that your competitors aren't doing, but you still include them in your process so that your clients actually are able to differentiate yourself from the n number of education consultants out there. So for that, what you can do over here is, as I've written as an example, you can provide some consulting calls to your student. On instead of phone calls, you can arrange Zoom calls, a proper 40-minute session where you are consulting a student on what's the best for them, how to manage with the stays and university curriculum, as I mentioned, just so that their efficiency is improved when they get the admission in their colleges. So that's a performance, that's a delighter, which not all of your competitors are giving to their students, but in order to differentiate and charge high, you can do it. Now we come to the minimum viable product, which is formulating your MVP of your education consultancy business. Now, basically, you give a basically minimum viable product. You mentioned that what all steps you will be taking for your student just so they can achieve their dream outcome. They can transition from that ugly island to their dream island in a without wasting a lot of time, and with a proper guarantee that they'll actually get the results, so that obviously you can charge high from them. For that, just to give you an idea of how an MVP is formulated, I have formulated a sample MVP for you if you are running a study abroad consultancy. Now, it's very important that you give a name to your MVP, so that when you describe your MVP to your students, when you are explaining them about the whole process, you are not just like, oh, this is the process that we follow, but you have a proper name for it and you can showcase it. And many people actually, if you know about it, remember from the name itself. So it can be that after this video, you might not remember what I told you and how I can grow I can grow your study abroad consultancy business. But if I say that if we help education consultants get 20 to 30 students using our magnet method. Now, magnet method is something you remember the most from this video, because it's a proper name given to a proper method. So just for an example, let's assume that your name of the MVP is the AIM method, the AIM method. And basically, just to give you an example of how the MVP is formulated, so we go on to the first part, which is A means assessing the situation, for example. Now, you basically give a timeline to your MVP about how long this assessing the situation will be for. So, for example, from day 1 to 7, and in the days 1 to 7, what you will be doing for the student is you will be selecting the best college and the country according to their needs through one consulting call with them, and that's how you'll be analyzing all of their current things, what's going on uh, with their student life, and that's how you'll be selecting the best college and country for them. The second phase, the I, stands for igniting admission. So basically, once that is done, once you select the best college and the best country, you will be facilitating the admission process in the university selected. You will be basically tying up with the university, filling up their forms, and all of that stuff. Now, from the day 30 to 60, which is the third part of process, you will be focusing on the M aspect of the thing. So M means over here managing visas. So what you will be doing in the days 30 to 60 is you will be arranging the student visas and formalities for your client. So that they are placed in the university at the right time frame. So that's your minimum viable product. Obviously, this is just an eagle's eye overview of it. What you should do is go more in depth, and it's okay if it takes more than 60 days, if it takes 180 days for you to help the students achieve the results. Now we'll be coming to the market message, which is the most important aspect, you can say, of the Kino model itself. Now, for now, we have discussed that what will be our MVP, how we'll be delivering the results, our unique value proposition, how we are different from our competitors, what's our niche, what's our passion, and all of that stuff. In the market message, it's time to combine all of those things and create a short message that we'll be telling to our potential clients, potential students, whenever we'll be doing any kind of marketing related activities or doing any kind of sales related stuff, so that our potential clients actually get a gist of what we do for them in a very short, you can say, in very crisp amount of words, in very short amount of words, in just one line. So now this is an example of the marketing message. For example, I help students looking to pursue MBBS, which is your niche. I help students looking to pursue MBBS get admission in esteemed colleges in 60 days or less using the AIM method without having a high GRE score, or for example a low IELTS score, or whatever you know the constraint may be. So how do you formulate your marketing message? First of all comes your niche. So I help my niche, which is over here students looking to pursue MBBS, get what their dream goal is. So obviously their dream goal is to get an admission in esteemed colleges in a time frame which is, according to Alex Hermosi, the time delay. So like the amount by which you can reduce the time to get the results, the more successful your marketing message will be. Now in this case, in 60 days, using your MVP, the name of your MVP, using the AIM method without having a high GRE score, which is the conception that is present in the market already. So for example, there may be a conception to get an admission in abroad, you have to have a high GRE score, but you are breaking that belief when you are actually framing your marketing message by saying that you can also get admissions without having a very high GRE score. Then we come to the price, which is what you'll be charging from your students. What I recommend is that you should be having a fixed price that you should be targeting for all of your students, and you shouldn't be doing any negotiation. So for example, if you work on a consultancy fee plus commission based approach, ideally price should be like 50K in service fee plus whatever the commissions are from the college that you get an admission for the student. Ideally what I've seen is that you should be making around 1.5 to 2 lakhs per students that you consult upon. So that's what you have to focus on. Now we come to the delivery aspect. So delivery aspect is really easy. uh, there are two kinds of deliveries. One is done for you and the second one is done with you. So if you only consult the students and they have to do the work themselves, then it falls in the done with you category. If you consult the students and take care of the visas, their process, their admission process and everything, then it comes in the done for you category. Now we come to the channels. So basically the channels in which you can find those students that fall within your niche and who will be impressed and interested in hearing your marketing message. So I've listed some channels over here for you, which is Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So that's how we have formulated our business model canvas. I'm sure most of you haven't done that for your consultancy business. So basically do ensure that you formulate your business model first and decide on whom you have to serve in order to charge high ticket. And if you are looking to get 20 to 30 students for your study abroad consultancy business in like 60 days or less, without having to chase leads, roaming in schools, and just relying on referrals, I want you to click the free training given in the description of this video, where I'll be revealing the 3 secrets to get more students for your education consultancy business. That's it for this video. We'll meet in the next one. Bye bye for now.